If I hadn't forgotten my phone charger in that hotel room, I would not be alive to tell this story today. And my husband would have become a widower before our honeymoon even began. My name is Vanessa Okafor, and this is not a fiction at all. This is my own story. Last September was supposed to be the happiest month of my existence. I had just married the man of my dream, Daniel. We met 3 years ago at a leadership conference in Atlanta. He was calm, intelligent, intentional, the kind of man who prays before making decisions and actually means it. When he proposed on the rooftop, overlooking the skyline, with the city lights shining beneath us, I thought I had stepped into a fairy tale. Our wedding was everything people talked about for years. We had it in the most beautiful way, with crystal chandeliers all over, white roses imported from abroad, a live band, 200 guests dressed like they are attending the Met Gala. My dress was customized, fitted perfectly on my body. Daniel looked unreal in his tailored suit. Everyone kept saying, "Vanessa, you are glowing," and I was actually. But the person I need to talk about isn't my husband, Daniel. It is about my chief bridesmaid, Jennifer. Jennifer and I had been inseparable for 16 years. We met during our university days. We studied together, cried over breakup together, celebrated college acceptance together. When I lost my father, she slept in my bedroom floor for a week so I wouldn't be alone. She knew everything about me, my fears, my dreams, my insecurities. I used to say she was the sister God forgot to give me. So when Daniel proposed, Jennifer was the first person I called. She screamed so loud and I heard it pull the phone away from my ears. "Oh my God, we are getting married," she shouted. "Not you, we." Looking back, that should have been my first clue. She threw herself into planning my wedding. She insisted on choosing the bridesmaids' dresses. She helped design the table settings. She even came to my own gown fitting and cried when I stepped out of the dressing room. "You look like royalty," she whispered, hugging me tightly. On the wedding day, she was everywhere, adjusting my veil, cleaning my sweat from my forehead, holding my bouquet, laughing louder than anyone during the speech. Guests kept pulling me aside. "You are blessed to have a friend like that." Even my mother leaned and said, "Hold on, that girl, she loves you." I smiled. I had no idea I was dancing with a storm disguised as sunshine. After the reception, Daniel and I were booked into a luxury suite at the hotel before flying abroad for our honeymoon the next morning. We were exhausted but happy, the kind of happiness that feels so unreal. Jennifer insisted on taking our overnight bags up to the suite while we finished greeting guests. "Go enjoy your meeting," she said with a wink. "Let me make the room romantic with candles, music, all of it." I hugged her tightly and said, "I don't deserve you, my love." 45 minutes later, Daniel and I said goodbye to our families and headed towards the elevator. That was when I realized my phone battery was completely dead. "My charger," I groaned. "It is in my bag upstairs." Daniel laughed. "Go grab it. I will wait for you here." If I hadn't gone back upstairs, I would have been dead. I swiped up the key card quietly and pushed open the suite door. The lights were dim. Soft music was playing. Rose petals were scattered across the bed as Jennifer was standing by the vanity. She didn't hear me enter. In her hands was the perfume I had saved specifically for my wedding night, a limited edition fragrance Daniel bought for me months ago. At first, I thought she was just admiring it. Then I saw her reach into my clutch purse. She pulled out a tiny folded piece of wax paper containing a reddish brown powder. My heart stopped. She unscrewed the perfume cap and poured the powder into the bottle. My body went cold. I couldn't breathe. I feel like I was watching someone else's nightmare. Then it got worse. She pulled out a small safety pin. Without hesitation, she pricked her finger. 3 drops of blood fell into the perfume. I nearly screamed, but shock glued my voice to my throat. She shook the bottle gently and began whispering, "As she wears this tonight, let her body reject him. Let her womb never carry life. Let her beauty fade. Let him grow disgusted at her touch. Let him turn to me." My ears rang. This couldn't be real. This was Jennifer. My Jennifer. I found my voice. "Jennifer." The perfume bottle slipped from her hand and shattered on the marble floor. The scent mixed with something metallic and sickening. She turned slowly. For a split second, fear flashed across her face. Then it disappeared and she smiled, not a nervous smile, a cold one. So she said calmly, "You weren't supposed to see that." I started shaking. "What are you doing? What is wrong with you?" She stepped over the broken bottle. "You always win, Vanessa. Always. The scholarships, the promotion, the men. You think I don't see it? I never competed with you, but I competed with you. Even without you knowing," she snapped. "Since college, since university years, you don't even try and everything falls into your lap." Tears blurred my vision. "You are my best friend." "No," she said quietly. "I was waiting." "For what?" I asked her. "For you to finally have something worth taking." Her words hit harder than the slap. Then she reached into my purse again. This time it wasn't powder. It was a small pair of silver scissors. "You don't deserve him," she whispered, stepping closer. "And if I can't have him, neither can you." I tried to back away, but my wedding dress was heavy. My heel caught on the fabric and I stumbled. She laughed. And right at the moment, the suite door burst open. "Vanessa," Daniel's voice. He had gotten worried when I didn't return. He froze at the sight. Jennifer hovering over me with scissors raised. "Jennifer, what the hell are you doing?" he shouted. She turned sharply at his voice, and in that chaotic split second, everything unraveled. As she walked towards him, her foot slipped on the shattered perfume glass. The scissors plucked downward into her own chest. The sound she made, I will never forget. Daniel rushed forward. I screamed. Blood stained the white petal scattered across the floor. Hotel securities arrived within minutes. Then the police also came. I was taken to the hospital for sure. Daniel refused to leave my side, but the real nightmare wasn't only beginning. When detectives searched Jennifer's phone, they uncovered something that still makes my stomach turn. Message, hundreds of them, to online forum obsessed with spiritual rituals and obsessed spells. Search history, how to break a marriage spiritually, how to make a man hate his wife, blood binding rituals, and then the worst part, secret photos of Daniel taken at my birthday parties, at group dinners, cropped images of just him. She had been planning this for months. There were even notes saved on her phone detailing how she would slowly isolate Vanessa after the honeymoon, make me seem unstable, turn Daniel against me, step in as a supportive friend. I wasn't just betrayed, I was targeted. The police later told me that while the powder itself turned out to be a mixture of crushed herb and dye, nothing chemical, the intent behind it, combined with the attempted assault, made the situation criminal. Jennifer survived surgery. She was charged, and the girl I once called my sister now awaits trial. People still ask me how I didn't see the signs. The truth is, jealousy doesn't always scream. Sometimes it smiles in your wedding photos. Sometimes it holds your bouquet. Sometimes it fixes your veil. I used to believe history equaled loyalty. 16 years, shared memories, shared tears, but time doesn't guarantee purity of heart. Daniel and I still went on our honeymoon, but I saw everything differently. I realized something powerful. Not everyone clapping for you is celebrating you. Some are counting your blessings, waiting for the moment to claim them. If I had not forgotten that charger, I would have sprayed that perfume on my skin. I would have been alone in the room with her, and maybe Daniel wouldn't have walked in on time. I didn't tell this story for pity. I tell it because someone watching this right now is ignoring red flags. Someone is dismissing competition disguised as joke. Someone is trusting blindly because we have known each other forever. Please examine your circle. Love people, but don't idolize them. Trust, but pay attention, because sometimes the most dangerous enemy isn't the one who hates you openly. It is the one standing beside you in your wedding photo, smiling wider than anyone.